Llama, you gotta be a fast llama. If you're too slow, you'll be calling for your mom.
Oh, that first day of school. You have no idea of the importance of that first day of school. You really only get one chance at it, so let's make sure you get it right. You see, they come into your room on that first day and they really don't know you. Sure, maybe you have met them before, but this is llama time. They are walking into the sacred ground of your classroom, and they are all wondering the same thing. Are you a fast llama or a slow llama? And this testing time begins the minute they enter your room. I hate to frighten you, but I will be honest with you. My greatest fear during my teaching career was that I would be sick or something that would keep me from being my best on that first day of school. I knew the importance of it. I knew that this first day was going to set the table for the entire year, so I had to be ready. I had to be prepared. There was such a relief when the first day was over, and I knew that I had done a good job in establishing what my classroom environment was going to be. Now be careful who you listen to. There are many well-meaning folks who will tell you, don't smile until Christmas. They mean well, but this is terrible advice. Who wants to have a teacher who appears to be unhappy and mean? Instead, I want you to be warm, kind, outgoing, funny, relational. Be someone that they want to know. However, and this is a big one, I want you to be a bit of a control freak. I want you to tightly control their movement and everything that happens in your classroom, especially on that first day, but be nice while you're doing it. You can always untighten things a bit as the year goes on, but it is very hard to tighten it back up once you let it get too loose. What do I mean by this? On the first day, I want you to show the students that there are systems and routines for how we are going to do everything. Our room is going to be one of learning. It is going to be calm and under control. It is never going to be haphazard or chaos. There is a right way for how we do everything in our class. And it is much better to show them than to talk about it. It begins the moment they enter the room. Of course, you have done all of the preparation to make sure your room is completely organized and ready. You have written a script for the first day and possibly the first week, so you are feeling completely ready as they enter the room. As the handout says, you have already assigned their seats. You have instructions already ready for them as they enter, either on the board or on paper. Therefore, you now stand at the threshold. Greet each student, welcome them, but at the same time give them instructions. Hey, when you enter, please find your seat. Please start following the instructions that are on the whiteboard. A great first day entry activity is to have an index card on each student's desk. Have the students write down the name they wish to be called by, some of their hobbies, their interests, favorite things they like to do. This is a great way to build relationships with your students. As the students enter, spend time walking the room, getting to know students while they are completing their tasks. Doing this shows students right away that while you are warm and friendly, they will be expected to go right to work once they enter the room. Once you are ready, get all of the students' attention. Tell them how excited you are to have them in your class. Tell them some things about you. Take a few moments to get to know them. On the first day, teach your students your call to attention. You know, the way that you're going to get their attention during the year. Practice a few times. Explain that you are doing this so that you won't have to yell to get their attention. Do you want them to raise their hands to speak? Do you want them to just be able to speak out? Be sure and clarify this. Take a moment and go over your classroom rules. Rules should be simple, and there should only be a few. Here are some examples. If you wish, you can even take a moment to also explain your classroom management system. Go ahead and teach something academic on the first day. This lets kids know that your room is all about learning. Make this first lesson very engaging and fun. However, limit any movement unless they are tightly in control. You do not want kids to get the idea that they are free to go anywhere they want on the first day of school. As the day progresses, teach systems as they come up. For example, how we sharpen pencils, how we line up for things, how we walk in the hall. Be very precise and insist on excellence. Remember, you are setting the stage for the entire year. There can never be a time in which you let them get out of control. The last and one of the most important things is dismissal. Carefully teach your system for how we will leave the class, whether it is to go to another class or to leave for the day. In creating this system, it is advisable to have at least 30 seconds of total silence before the bell rings. This sets the stage for an orderly dismissal. As the students exit, and only when you've given permission, be sure to be at the door to say goodbye to each student. The first day is when we find out, are you a fast llama or a slow llama? Fast llamas are nice, kind, funny, engaging, but they mean it. They expect things to be done a certain way, and they won't stop until that way is done. Be sure to check off everything that is in your packet. Once that first day is done correctly, you are on your way.
If you're willing to work and act the right way, then your kids will be great each and every day. Llama, be a fast llama.